Hello guys. Oh, welcome to the bathroom again. I know I sincerely apologize. I know it's been 2 weeks since I've uploaded a video. I know this is a crappy filming space, but let me explain. It's been crazy around here. Basically, within the last couple weeks or so, I got a new job where I'm working full-time. I got a new car. I took out a loan for my car and I'm working all of that stuff out right now. And why do I look super white right now? Fix it. No. Okay, cool. So anyway, yeah, that's why it's been so long. In the midst of all that, like, you know, things are great. I got myself a new car. It's 2006 Ford Escape. I'm in love. I named him Cletus. He has a license plate that says hat, so like, you know, it's all good. Like I'm good. I'm just busy. So that being said, I'm not going to be uploading as often. I'm going to try to do at least every 2 weeks, so like twice a month. If I can do every week, I'll start doing that again. It's just that I'm working so often at this point that I just don't really want to spend my only day off having to film and upload a video. So yeah, like today's Sunday, I had a little bit of extra time. This might not be edited super fancy or anything, but it'll be up and that's what matters. I wanted to do a story time about something hilarious that happened to me, that would only happen to me and my mother. For about 2 weeks straight, we were going like every day to car dealerships looking for a car for me that I could get in my budget. Now, I did not have a super high budget, as you could imagine. The plan is pay off this car in 6 months. I don't want to have to take that sort of financial burden with me when I go to school, which is why I'm doing online classes, which is why I'm working a new job. So yeah, like I needed to find a car that I could do that with. So we were looking around like $4,000, $5,000 tops for this car. And it had to be in good shape. You know, I didn't want to like get another car with a blown transmission like my car. So I think I already told you that about my car having a blown transmission. But anyway, that being said, so like for a week straight, we were looking for a car. And one of the places we went to, I drove a Prius. And because it was a dealer, it was a little bit out of my price range, but I really liked the car a lot. So I really wanted to go drive another Prius. So I was like gonna go drive one like at whatever cost, you know? So we find this place like downtown that had 2 Priuses, and I really wanted to go check them out. Like they were in my price range. They were around like the year I was looking for. So yeah, I was like, yeah, let's go check this car out. It'll be awesome. And my mom was like, I don't know. So I really wanted to go check it out that day because I was trying to make up my mind within the next couple of days. So I just wanted to go look at it. Now at this point it was already around like 6 or 7 o'clock. It was kind of late to be going to look at a car. So I messaged this guy about his Prius and he was a dealer. So I was like, oh, like we probably won't be able to see it tomorrow. I'll just leave him a message. But he answers and he's like, hey, yeah, like I live above my car dealership. Like you can totally come check it out. I know it's like after hours or whatever, but it's no big deal. Like you can come drive it, no problem. So we go to this place. I live in Youngstown. Those of you who live around the area know that there's just certain areas that are just not great in Youngstown. I will not say the name of this car dealership, but I will say it was 7 o'clock in downtown Youngstown, like in the ghetto. And like, so it was a little scary already. And what is my hair doing? It was already a little bit scary, but I just really wanted to go anyway because like I just was like, I really want to go look at these cars, like it'll be fine. So my mom was hesitant, but she agreed to come with me because like we didn't know this guy. He opens the door and comes downstairs, and the first thing we see is like this huge dog comes rushing out. The dog ended up being super nice, so like it's cool, but like a little sketchy. Like he just let his dog like run out and he was like, oh, it's fine, like he's nice. I'm like, oh, well, he could have attacked us. We wouldn't have known. First red flag. This guy comes out and his dog comes out, you know, like real sketch. But he was really nice. You know, he was like, yeah, like come take this red Prius for a drive. Like just go down to this gas station down here and then turn around and come back. So me and my mom were like, oh yeah, okay. And she asked me, she's like, do you think we should bring our licenses with us? And I was like, no, I never do. Like, it's probably not a big deal. I just didn't feel like going back to our car to go get it because we'd already gotten in the other car. He takes us over to the car, we start it. The car was pretty nice, like in good shape, but it just wasn't exactly what I wanted. But I was like, yeah, let's just take it for a drive anyway, just see how it drives. Well, we go down this super sketchy road and down to this super sketchy gas station. It was kind of dark, so we wanted to like go check it out. So we parked under the light, we checked the car out. We were like, yeah, it's pretty nice. Like, there's a couple dents here and there, but like, all in all, for the year it was a pretty nice car. It was like a 2005 Prius. And I was like, oh, it's like really cute. I'll have to think about it. So we get back in, and me and my mom had already switched driving. Like, how do I explain this? So when we left, we drove a little ways, and then we parked on the side of the street, and I switched with her so she could see how it drove. Then we went the rest of the way to the gas station, and then stopped to get out and look at it, and then I got back in and drove. So we go to turn around and go back down toward this car dealership, and like when I turn around, I went over the first lane, like right to the second lane because there wasn't any traffic, and that's the side I needed to be on. I hope that made sense. I don't know. So anyway, I go across the lane of traffic to the other lane, and we notice that there's a police officer in like by the gas station, and he like turns around and gets behind us, and we were like, what? And my mom was convinced. She's like, oh yeah, it's because like you went across another lane, you just need to drive slow, like just drive slow, get there. And I was like, okay. Like, she's like totally freaking out. She's been on edge this entire night, by the way. Like, you know how moms can be. Like, she was being a total mom, like totally freaking out, like, this is so sketchy. And I work down there, like that area, so like it doesn't really freak me out. Like, I go to church in that area. It just wasn't scary to me, even at night. I just was like, it's just Youngstown. The police turn their lights on and pull us over, and we're like, crap, like I didn't know what I did. Like, she's convinced that it's because I went over a lane. I was like, I don't think they'd pull us over just for that. Like, that's kind of stupid. So we're test driving a car and we get pulled over. A police officer come up to either side of the window. Like, one's talking to my mom, one's talking to me. They're like, do you have proof of registration? Like, they were asking us like if we had our license or anything. We were like, oh my gosh, like, no, I'm so sorry, we don't have the registration or anything. We were test driving. And he was like, okay, well, can we have your license? This is my life, seriously. Sorry, my life just like fell apart. It's probably gonna happen again, so I'm gonna go fast. We're repositioned. It's cool. What was I saying? Okay, yeah, so we get pulled over. He's like, do you have your license or registration? We're like, we don't have the registration, we're test driving. So, he's like, okay, well, you have your licenses though, right? We're like, no, we kind of left them in the car. It's like it's like a mile down the road. Like, you can just follow us and go get them. He's like, you know, that's an arrestable offense. Like, I could arrest you right now. We were like, we had no idea. Like, we were literally being total hooligans and we had no clue. So it turns out what happened was this guy did not put his dealer license plate on the back, so that like you're not just driving around a car with no license plate on it. So I wasn't getting pulled over because I like went over lane or anything. It was because I didn't have any license plate on the back, because this dealer didn't put one on there. So when you test drive, you better make sure that that boy or girl puts a plate on the back, because you could get pulled over and arrested. Like, we almost got arrested. I could not believe it. He's like,
yeah, that's an arrestable offense.
We were like, so we learned an important lesson that day. So anyway, he's like, you know, he gets back in the car. He's like,
you were driving at, you know, so-and-so.
I'm not going to say the name of the place. And we were like,
yeah, you know, we didn't realize he didn't put a plate on it. Like, we're so sorry.
He's like,
you know what, it's fine. Just next time, make sure that you get a plate on the back.
Or not that you get a plate on the back.
He's like, make sure that when you're test driving a car that you bring your license with you, because you could get arrested if you don't have your license with you.
So he leaves. Like, the police officers leave. And my mom tells me, she's like, it is such a good thing that you were driving, because apparently her license was expired and she had forgotten. So she would have been, if she had been driving, she literally would have gotten arrested. So it was like, so thank God that she wasn't driving and that we didn't have our licenses with us. Like, it ended up being a good thing, but yeah, that's the time I almost got arrested. So we go back and we're like,
yo, like, you don't put a plate on there, and we just almost got arrested.
and we did not go back to that place because, like, if you had seen the area and town it was in, you probably wouldn't have gone in the first place. Like, we didn't realize where it was. So it's like 8 o'clock. It's dark outside. And yeah, so that's the day we learned that when you drive a test drive vehicle or whatever, you want bring your license to, make sure that that dude puts a plate on the back for you. And I forgot to mention, like, when we drove up to this place, not only did this guy like let his dog out, but literally, like, it wasn't even like an actual car dealer. Like, this dude, like, literally, he just had a room like under his apartment with his desk and like the keys to all the cars, and the window was like shattered, like cracked, like it looked like someone had tried to break in. Like, it was just not like a nice looking place. Like, it was so terrifying. Like, the dude was nice and everything, and I think that's just because it was Youngstown, like the area of town. Like, it's not really his fault, but like, it was the most ratchet thing ever. Like, literally, he just had cars parked across the street. Like, we had to walk across the street to go get to this Prius. And the other Prius, he was
Like, yeah, I've been driving it like to and from Cleveland.
like, he's just been driving this car around. This was the other one. We weren't able to drive it that day because he had been driving it. And so we look in there, like, we were looking at it, and like, he just had a bunch of trash in the car. And it just was like not a good looking place. Like, it wasn't well kept or anything. So yeah, lesson learned. I will not be doing that again. Hopefully I won't be looking for a car again anytime soon because I'm happy with mine. So let's just hope everything works out. Shout out to No Days dealership on Mahoning Avenue. Like, you guys rock. Like, they sold me my car and they gave me like an awesome deal on it. They gave it to us for $4,000 out the door, which is a really good deal. And I will insert a picture of Cletus here if possible. If not, then just pretend I'm that emoji that does this. If you could give this video a thumbs up, that would mean a lot to me. I'm really trying to get this channel started up, and it's really hard without getting any likes, you know? If you like this story time, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to me. And you know, the more subscribers I get, the more frequently I can upload. I can do more singing videos, all of that fun stuff. Just like right now, it's not like I'm not really making revenue off of this. I'm actually not making any revenue off of this. So it's just a lot of work, you know, to not be getting anything for it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I know everybody starts out like that, but yeah, it's just a lot of work, and I'm working 40 hours a week on top of it. Thanks. I'll talk to you guys later. I hope you guys have a fabulous rest of your weekend, or like rest of your day, and fabulous week next week, and fabulous weekend after that. So have an awesome day. Love you, fam. Bye.